Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight for KREM News at 10. I'm Cody Proctor. A lawsuit's been filed against the Mead School District after a story we first told you about last year. A Mead high school football player says he was assaulted with a massage gun by his fellow teammates while at a summer training camp. Since then, several other former Mead players have come forward saying they were assaulted too. Now, at least 4 families are suing the Mead School District, accusing it of turning a blind eye to sexual humiliation, specifically targeting black athletes in its sports programs. According to brand new court documents, administrators are accused of failing to protect the kids in their care. Those documents say district staff knew about the discrimination and the alleged assaults, but did nothing to stop them. Now, this is a story that we have been tracking for more than a year, and we're working to bring you more. Well, new at this hour, Spokane Police asking for your help tonight, finding a person of interest in a death investigation. SPD says they're trying to find 37-year-old Amber Lee Ziober. You can see her photo right here. Police believe she may have been involved in what they're calling an incident on Wednesday on the 1800 block of West 9th Avenue. Spokane PD says she's also wanted by the state of Idaho for probation violations. She's described as being 5 feet 6 inches tall, about 190 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. If you have any information, you're asked to call Crime Check, that number right there on your screen. The man suspected in a deadly shooting at the Milwood Safeway last month appeared before a judge today. Detectives say they used the store's club card to track him down. The shooting happened October 12th. According to court documents, authorities arrested Jonathan Bryman 2 days later. He's accused of killing 53-year-old William McCright. Court Commissioner Cruz says the court found probable cause for the second-degree murder charge against Bryman, as well as setting his bond for $1 million.
The court does feel that bond is appropriate. The court also feels that the bond amount, given the nature of the charges, this is a Class A felony.
Bryman's arraignment set for November 19th. Well, people living in the Emerson Garfield neighborhood woke up this morning to multiple cars, sidewalks, and the side of 2 businesses spray painted with misogynistic and racial slurs. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy brings us more tonight.
I'm on Monroe Street outside of an auto shop that experienced vandalism where graffiti artists spray painted derogatory language. Take a look here at this car vandalized. This is in a string of vandalisms that have happened in this neighborhood. Exclusive security camera footage we got from the auto shop shows at about 11:30 p.m. last night, 3 people outside the business were tagging vehicles in the parking lot. We have blurred out the words in this video and following photos because of their offensive nature. Just a block away, the suspects also tagged at least half a dozen cars, the sidewalks, and a business.
Why couldn't they go somewhere else? But why did it happen to us?
Vince Lemus spent the morning cleaning spray paint off his daughter's car and her neighbors. He says they had misogynistic and racist language spray painted on them. He is upset by what happened here.
The impact, I think, first and foremost, is fear, and then a sense of wonder, and whether or not somebody really. Do they have to be fearful for their own safety? Do they have to be looking over their shoulders? Do they have to install cameras on the outside of their houses? And will it happen again, or will the next attack be something more personal, or perhaps something a little more heinous?
Spokane Police Officer Dan Strassenberg confirms 2 reports came in just this morning about the vandalism. He says they are still in the early stages of investigating, and no suspects have been identified at this point. SPD also says they're not aware of any similar vandalism in any other part of the city at this time.
You just wonder if it's random or if it's targeted, and whether or not it's going to happen again.
You can see they've tried to scrape off a majority of the paint. The good news is a majority of the cars have already been cleaned up. In Spokane, Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
Connor, thank you so much. Meanwhile, people in more than a dozen states, including Washington, say they received disturbing racist text messages. The sender tells them, quote, they've been selected to pick cotton at a plantation. Similar text messages have been reported nationwide, including in Georgia, Virginia, Ohio, and North Carolina. Victims as young as 13 years old received them. A Washington woman received 2 of the texts earlier this week with a message telling her to be ready at 10 p.m. sharp with all of her belongings. She posted the text to TikTok, where dozens commented about getting the same message. Despite receiving that text, she's choosing to remain positive.
I believe that we are all united no matter what, and that we are all connected somehow, some way.
The FBI confirmed the Bureau is aware of the messages and are in contact with the Justice Department and other federal authorities on the matter. Let's shift gears and talk weather right now. Today brought beautiful sunshine, but as far as the weekend goes, only meteorologist Michelle Boss can tell us in tonight's first forecast.
Yeah, we enjoyed the sunshine today. Air quality's taken a little bit of a hit with the high pressure overhead. We haven't had a lot of wind, not a lot of air movement, and so pollutants have built up, and our air quality is currently in the unhealthy for sensitive groups category and will likely remain that way through much of the day tomorrow until our next storm system comes in to kind of sweep in some fresh air. Things are relatively quiet otherwise, though. We are seeing some increasing clouds, a little bit of haze out there as well. Should be dry through the night and dry through most of the day tomorrow. In fact, as the clouds thicken up, temperatures expected to remain above freezing here in Spokane. We're at 39 right now, 36 in Coeur d'Alene, and 30s and 40s across the rest of the region. Short-term forecast looks like this. Mostly cloudy skies tonight. Cloudy skies tomorrow. We do expect some wet weather, but it shouldn't be here until tomorrow evening at the earliest. We'll see some rain showers Saturday night, a few scattered showers on Sunday, but overall the snow is going to stay in the mountains and temperatures relatively mild here in the valleys with highs around 50.
Well, this coming Monday is the start of Boomtown Week right here at KREM 2. The series tracks the latest growth and its impact around the inland Northwest. Our series continues with a look at Spokane traffic trends.
Do you feel like there's more cars on the road in Spokane?
Yeah, way too many.
Yeah, it seems like it stopped for a while during COVID, but it's coming back on for sure.
I do not. I think it's still average.
We've grown, we're growing like crazy. I was born and raised here, and we've got a lot more traffic.
Join up with KREM on Monday morning for an in-depth look at how traffic's changing in Spokane. By the way, a KREM 2 favorite, Football Friday, returns again tonight. Be sure to join us tonight in the second half of KREM 2 News at 11 for our high school football show. There are several big games happening around the inland Northwest we're covering for you tonight. So make sure to join us on KREM 2 News at 11. We'll see you there.